PRRS. What are your comments on that over time?
Well, with PRRS, I think it was quite a change. A lot of people probably maybe don't know even that most boar studs were PRRS positive up through about the year 2000, 2001. And then in other countries, even as recently as the last 5 to 10 years, some studs were operating on a PRRS positive status. The main reason was that the source, in those days, the sourcing was positive. So when a lot of the genetic companies here in North America, some of the bigger companies did PRRS eradications in the late 90s, then we followed that with closures and eradications in boar studs. Then over the next few years, we started to see breaks in boar studs and shedding in the semen. So I did a couple big projects, 2003, 2004, and published those, showing that the current procedure of monitoring semen was not effective in identifying early detection. And in the second study, we used a different strain. We used a field strain. I believe that's one of the first studies where someone used a field strain. Up until that time, pretty much everyone would use kind of the same strain, so then they could reference that same strain in their papers. So we found that there was a lot of difference between strains, and that serum was the best sample for early detection. So that led to a lot of other studies that I did looking at early detection for other agents. With a boar stud, if we don't detect it early, and the cows are out of the barn, so to speak, if you're already sending out virus, monitoring from a historical perspective really doesn't do you any good for prevention. So I think that was a huge change. There's been a lot of cost, of course, in monitoring boar studs, but fortunately, I think that problem of boar studs infecting sow farms through the semen has largely been resolved.